Hey girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick account. Today's gonna be what they're saying about you to the mate. That could be interesting, triggering. What am I doing with those? Okay, let's do two. Let's go. Let's just go, right? Let's just not fluff around anymore. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pile number 1, what are they saying about you to the mate? High Priestess, Ace of Cups, King of Cups. Oh my goodness. Well, well, well. They saying by you that it was love at first sight. There's a no-brainer here, overwhelming. As you can see, it's overflowing here. Whoa, what hit them was like magnificent. Okay, so on top of that, like it wasn't enough, it seems that you have a way of looking at them and knowing them, even though you know you don't need to say anything. The way you look at them, it's just saying a lot. You have the capacity to see them in all their truth. Normally, they're not very keen on showing that side of themselves. You see their soul. You see the broken heart of the little boy, little girl, whatever. So High Priestess, again, male, female, doesn't matter. You have a capacity because you're very intuitive. Your intuition is spot on, and you have the capacity to see through a lot of people. You probably don't always say what you see, but you sit on it because you know those people might not be ready to handle that. But you have a way to look at that person. They feel naked, emotionally and spiritually and energetically naked. So imagine how they must feel. They feel extremely vulnerable in front of you. And that might scare them, in addition, of course, of this one. Okay, so those two together is a lot. So what they will say that they froze. When they met you, they had that moment of, oh my God, what's going on? And then they didn't really know how to handle it because it's something they were not expecting. Nobody expects love at first sight, obviously, but they definitely didn't expect you to see them because maybe they were not a king of wands and they were social butterfly. They were okay with it. They knew everyone, but nobody really knew them, knew their heart. With you, that's it. So you probably also perceive as, on top of that, as a queen of wands. So when a king of wands meets the queen of wands, he becomes the king of cups. Full of love here with a cup of love, but frozen. Cannot be moving, cannot be even thinking straight, froze. So that's what they probably say about you. You had an effect on them that was huge, okay? And the way you look at them, make them wonder, make them questioning themselves. Let's have one more, I don't know why. Yeah. So they want to make it, official maybe between you two, and that's why they're talking with their mate, because they want to balance this relationship, to make it official, maybe to go to the next level. Let's get married, or let's be moving together, all the kind of things. They want to do the right thing as well, and they're kind of clear with a sword, as you can see. That's the Ace of Sword. So yeah, it's about doing the right thing, but knowing so well, this is it. I know you are my person. I don't really know how to handle you because you are intense, but I know the love is here, and it's a no-brainer. Okay, so for me, it's quite straight to the point here. Let's have a hidden truth recall because we love that one, but it's quite straight to the point here. You're very, very relevant. Okay, so what do we have? I'm starting to understand our connection, bingo. You see, because they have to recover from the shock. It's a little bit much, and also to understand who you are and what you're about. You are a lot to take in, and you might not realize it because it's you. But yeah, I'm just being me. I don't know. I don't understand what the problem is. It's not a problem. You're intense. That's it. Okay. So maybe now they're starting to balance. You see the scale. So they're starting to understand the relationship, what it's about, which is great. And sometimes we think it's obvious, but no, it's not always obvious. Otherwise, we wouldn't have really reading about love and relationship if it was so simple. No, it's not simple at all. Peace, here we go. No matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow. I think we have this one quite a few times lately. Yeah, it's about finding that inner peace, finding the balance. You see the scales now is just there. Let's just accept this is what is happening. Let's try to surf that wave. It is a big wave. It is kind of a tsunami wave, but a good one. So trying to surf that wave as nicely as you can. And I think talking with them mate is giving them a little bit of reassurance, thinking, okay, so yeah, I express what I feel, and then you tell me what do I do, but then at least they express their emotion to somebody, and then they can make sense of it and trying to be able to express those feelings to you at the end, which is lovely. Okay, so part number 2, what is it saying about you to the mate? 10 of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Well. So I think we are in a bit of a situation here, a bit of a standstill. Yes, I mean, we're finishing a cycle of life. So did they take a lot of responsibility and you didn't? Or did you love them so much and they really got a bit like overwhelmed by it all? Because, yeah, you were giving a lot, you were carrying the whole relationship, and they felt a little bit like overwhelmed. They may have actually, as a result, kind of procrastinated. They also may be daydreaming about you and obviously looking at you, checking you out on your social media or others, or checking you out altogether. The thing is, what they realize is something needs to change, because we are on the maximum here, 10 of Wands. Someone is doing too much and the other one not enough as a result. So we have to go back to the Ace of Wands. And I think both of you could be doing this, and it will be a good idea. Ace of Wands is I am. So I think it's time for you maybe to have maybe a separation, a break, or you're on standstill, because you do need to go out of this 10 of Wands. It's enough. Okay, we need to go back to the I am, because when you met, you were yourself. They were themselves. And then things start to be merging into one, and you're confusing who is who, what is what, what's going on here. Maybe you gave too much, or they gave too much. And then as a result, the other one didn't give enough, or it was completely out of balance. I think we need to outgrow that pair of shoes of the 10 of Wands and get to the I am. Then we go back to the way we were when we met. You were you, I was me. That was it. And that's how we fell in love. Sometimes people fall in love and then they merge into one instead of staying individual. And that is the problem, because then they're changing, they're transforming, and not always in the best way. So I think what they're talking, I mean, what they're saying about you to their friend is like, I cannot help looking at this person. I feel as well that I'm not moving forward. I keep thinking of that person, but that person was a bit too much. And I felt like I didn't have oxygen to just be me. It was too heavy. You know, when you have a 10 of Wands, you don't have an 11 of Wands. There is a maximum of stuff you can carry on your back. That is not correct. So one more. Let's have one more. Yeah. You're going to receive the fruit of your labor, both of you. But they probably say by you that you inspire them to believe in love again. But what is missing here is the individuality. And that's what you're going to find out. Excuse me, Georgie is definitely here. That's what you're going to find out very soon. At the end, you are going in the right direction, both of you. You learn a lot, you accumulated a lot of knowledge, maybe money as well. Maybe you focus during this time on your career or self-development instead of focusing on each other. And maybe it's a good thing, because you both needed to have a pause and go back to who you truly were at the beginning. The thing is, now you have rediscover who you are, but with an extra knowledge, an extra layer of knowledge and understanding as a result. And probably that's what they're saying about you, that you gave them a new perspective. But now it's time to restart, but maybe with an Ace of Wands, and we almost there, we just around the corner, but respecting the I am individually for each and every one of you. Because otherwise it's just mixing, it's just like merging in one, and you losing the capacity to recognize the individuality of each and every one. And you can be 1 + 1 = 2, but you have to be 1 + 1. You cannot be 2 all the time, because otherwise you become claustrophobic. You losing sight of your individuality. You become probably a bit nervous or a little bit frustrated because you can't breathe. So yes, becoming again together, but in a way that is respectful of each and every one of you. I think a lot of people forget to do that, and then they disconnect. They disconnect because they don't recognize the other person. Now you're merging in me, or I'm merging in you, and I don't really recognize myself or you. Remember how you fell in love at the very beginning. What happened? Who were you at the time? And go back there, maybe. I am become a better person. Here we go. Yeah, because you go back to you, but with an extra layer. So you're becoming a better person. You're definitely going to receive the fruit of your labor, both of you. But it is important for you to remember who you are and not carry the relationship on your shoulder. That is not your role. You're a part of it, but you don't carry anybody. And I've made that mistake to carry people too much. Now I'm going back to me. But it took me a long time to remember and to keep the awareness. Go back to me, go back to me. Because it's easy to just merge and just forget. Absolutely. Courage. You have what it takes, just do it. We, your angel, are here to support you. Yeah. Yeah, it takes courage to open the heart. It takes courage. Excuse me. Excuse me. George is here definitely this morning. Yeah, it takes courage to be you, but it takes courage to stay you. And that is sometimes difficult when we go through life, and life sometimes is a bit difficult, challenging. It's difficult to, sometimes we are tempted to maybe say something or get into a fight or something when it's not needed. Go back to you. When you go back to you, you're peaceful. You know where you stand. You know you do the right thing. And if the other person is not reacting, or if the other person is treating you a certain way, that is a reflection on them, not on you. So stay you. That's all I can say. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.